imagine you don't fear God. Jesus already paid it all. It's my responsibility to keep myself on this narrow gate. If the wages of sin is death, why do I continue to do the sin that he hates? And the only way I know that he's going to punish it is through death. If I don't hate my sin, how am I going to stop doing it? I have to hate it as much as God hates it. Because if you understand that God hates sin, you're not going to do it. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you didn't already know, my name is Victoria. If you didn't know, now you know. Today's topic is the fear of the Lord. Many people would think like, why would I fear God? Like a God that people say that is loving, kind, and generous, who is for me, not against me. Why would I fear God? So what does it mean to fear God? For a believer, to fear God is to recognize God's character and to understand his deity and to understand who he is and to reverence him, meaning to give him your respect. And because of who he is, you will fear God. You recognize God's sovereignty. What is sovereignty? Sovereignty is like him being all powerful, all knowing, like just basically his might. Because if he's all powerful, he's not the two, he's the one. God is perfect in who he is and how he is. You reverence him more and more every single day because his love keeps getting sweeter. His goodness just is magnified every single day. You would want to fear him and give him your utmost respect. And it's also to understand that he is the potter and you are the clay. Like, God created me for his purpose and he is still molding me. And it's also like to be aware of his authority, like to understand that like God is the King of Kings. Like he is above every other name. Like he is him. And then to top it all off is understanding how much God hates sin. Like once you understand that, you will depart from evil. There's a verse that says, if you fear the Lord, you will depart from evil. It changes your posture and the way that you approach him and then the way that you communicate to him. It's different depending on your relationship with God already and who he is to you. Understanding his character will make you reverence him as a believer. Now, as a non-believer, fearing God is valid because, yeah, for sure, because we all understand that we are to be judged. So as a non-believer, you're going in like, oh, like, I'm scared, like God is going to judge me, I'm fearful. So it's valid, but then at the same time, fearing God should cause you to repent because you should fear him. God is to be feared because he is the potter and you are the clay. If he wanted to destroy the clay, he has all the rights to do so. There's a verse in, I believe it's Matthew, and Jesus is talking and he's talking about to fear God rather than man, because man can kill you and then there you go, you're just dead physically. But you should fear God who's able to kill you physically and spiritually. It should put everything into perspective, like, okay, like I need to understand how powerful my God is and to understand that like he is not to be played with type beat. So like I should fear him, but your fear first goes from the unbeliever's fear, where respectfully you fear the Lord because he can cast your body into hell and kill you physically. And then when you become a daughter or a son, you respect. What I can liken it to is like your respect for your dukes, you know? I respect my dukes not to play with them. Like you guys have a mutual understanding that where the line is. For example, my relationship with my mom, like I love my mom, but I'm not gonna say that my mom's my best friend because she's my mom. She's like a friend, but she's not my friend. There's just some things that you know that you cannot say, do, or even act like in front of your dukes because you respect them and also because you fear them. This was when I was in Psalms 34 and David is talking about, let me teach you how to fear the Lord. I said, okay, David, what are you talking about? Like lay something on me right now. It's Psalm 34 verses 11 to 14. So he's like, come little children, listen to me. I'll teach you the fear of the Lord. Who is a man who desires life? Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. Number one, he's talking about keeping your tongue from evil. So taming your tongue. Taming your tongue is so important because if I understand that he who bridles the whole body, is he not a wise man? Is he not a wise man? All my members need to be on law. Every idle word that you speak will be accounted for. That you will have to take account for every word that you speak. So that ought to make you be like, okay, well, now I gotta choose my words wisely, because I can't say nothing out of nothing for nothing. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. If you're a busybody, meaning that you like to gossip and you like to do all that, that is most likely what is in your heart. Number 2 is the same. Keeping your tongue from speaking deceit, which is speaking lies. Because if you understand that God is a God of truth, not lies, what fellowship does truth have with lies? Absolutely none. We don't need a lie. Like, we are not lie bearers, we're truth bearers. You know what I mean? And then the third thing he says, to depart from evil and to do good. Because if you understand that God hates sin, you're not going to do it, because you already understand the dealio that if the wages of sin is death. So if the wages of sin is death, why do I continue to do the sin that he hates? And the only way I know that he's going to punish it is through death. So that just leaves you in the position of like, okay, well, like, let me lock in and let me do my part, because Jesus already paid it all. It's my responsibility to keep myself on this narrow gate. It's my responsibility to uphold what it is that the Lord is talking about. It's my responsibility to meet the standard that the Lord is talking about. Because the bar, he said, is pretty high, but the Lord wouldn't have set the bar if he knew that mankind wasn't able to reach it. In Proverbs, it says, fearing the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Imagine that. When you fear God, you're considered wise. We can get distracted by the outward appearance of someone who's educated. Like, someone could be educated but lack wisdom. So wisdom is from the Lord. Wisdom is to be attained. Is God not who holds wisdom in his hand? Does wisdom not belong to the Lord? Is wisdom not one of the 7 spirits of God? When you understand this, it's like, I can only attain wisdom from God. Knowledge and wisdom are not the same thing. And to fear the Lord is to hate evil. We are to hate what he hates. Because if I don't hate my sin, how am I gonna stop doing it? If I'm still bestie with my sin, how am I gonna depart from it? I have to hate it as much as God hates it. And there you go, right standing with the Lord. The fear of the Lord leads to life. And whose life? Christ. When you're wise in your own eyes, you think you have all the answers. You become prideful, and then the Lord is not like pride. He hates pride. A true wise person is humble. A true wise person is able to continue to obtain wisdom because he takes correction, unlike a fool who can't even take correction, period. You will just grow in foolishness. And the last one is, you are blessed when you fear God. Okay, so now in Psalms, I like this one. Psalms 25:14, it says that God confides in those who fear him. He makes his covenants known to them. Like a relationship is established through a covenant, you know what I mean? And so it's like the covenant that we have established is through Christ. To keep God's commandments and to fear God is literally the duty of all mankind. Like, we just need to understand that, like, truly, like, my life does not belong to me. So like when you want to be arrogant and prideful and you're like, oh, my life, and the Lord's like, what life? You mean the one that I gave you? I'm simply breathing, huffing and puffing right now because the Lord wills it for me to be here. The Lord is sustaining me. You know what I mean? Like, the Lord is your sustainer. And so God's mercy is extended unto those who fear him. So imagine you don't fear God. Goodness and mercy is not following you all the days of your life. That is so scary, because we need mercy every single day. Does it not say the Lord's mercies are new each morning? That's the end of my video. If you liked it, great. Follow me on social media if you want to. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Do whatever you want. Bye. God bless you.